The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Monday morning.
Hello.
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 Hello. Hello.
Susie O'Neill.
Who's that?
Hey. Oh my God, I'm so refreshed. I feel like I'm bouncing off the walls.
Yeah, you look refreshed.
Oh God, how's everyone going?
Good. Good to have you back.
Thank you. Good to be back. Good to be back.
You got back on Friday.
Friday night, yeah.
Yeah.
Got back Friday night, so haven't really been too jet lagged. I've been cleaning my house like crazy.
Really?
Oh, you know,
Was
just
it
to
dirty
stay awake
or
during the
dusty?
day. No, just like, because if you sit down, you just feel like you're going to fall asleep. So I've done the whole pantry and anyway.
Have you got jet lag?
No, not yet. Touch wood. I feel good. I feel refreshed.
How good.
Yeah.
Nice.
I can't hear myself.
What's the matter?
Here we go.
Test
Hello.
1 2 1 2.
Hello. You know, you get used to hearing your own voice in your ears.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird when you don't
When you don't hear it?
I only have one ear for me in the left.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm going
what's
to
the
go
news?
take my underpants off. Is that okay?
Now?
Yeah. I couldn't sleep, so I went to the function well and had a sauna and everything this morning.
Did you?
But my only other... So I had my Speedos, whatever they're called, budgie smugglers. But my only other spare pair of undies was another pair of Speedos.
So you're wearing Speedos.
So I'm wearing Speedos, and they're just
No.
gripping tight. You know what it's like when
I don't
you...
know. Well, I can't wear togs for any longer
No,
than I have to.
that's what I'm doing right now, and it's not good, Buzz.
No, can't imagine it would be.
But how do the football players do that? They wear togs when they play football.
It's different when it's when you're
Sweaty?
running and stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
right,
But
okay.
you don't wear budgie smugglers just as normal undies.
Would you wear budgie smugglers running a marathon though? That'd be a bit Shave City, wouldn't it?
No,
Good point.
no. I wear skins. Just free ball, buddy.
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to free ball this morning if no one's got a problem
What
with
shorts are you wearing?
that. I'm wearing LSKD shorts. They're nice.
Oh, they got
I
probably-
think they got built-ins.
They got built-in undies.
No undie Monday. Remember they used to.
Yes.
No undie Monday. Lutzi.
That's pretty funny.
All right, let's all do it.
Yeah. Lutzi, Lutzi, I'm already doing it, mate.
you
Are you still doing that?
Yeah, I am today.
Oh, God, that's funny. When I first used to listen to this show years ago when I was a listener,
Yeah.
you used to always talk about not wearing underpants, Ash.
Yeah.
That's my biggest memory I take
That's
from
why you
it.
took the job.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I was over
Real
at South Stratty yesterday morning. I was out of phone range, and then when I came back in to phone range, I think I had 38 messages on my phone, mostly from our Brekkie Show group, because the news had broken about Donald Trump.
Right.
Oh, yeah, when did that actually happen?
Well, it must have been yesterday morning, our time, because that's when the
Yes,
phone,
yes,
yeah,
yes, yes.
because that's when the phone started going berserk. When I came into range, I was like, "What's going on here?"
Yeah, well, it's like right now in the States, it'd be on the West Coast, it'd be sort of early afternoon.
I guess so.
So, but
Sunday afternoon.
That's when it happened, wasn't it, over there?
Trump was at a
Yeah.
rally in Pennsylvania about 10 minutes in. I'm sure you've all seen the footage by now. And then a bullet, it grazed his left ear.
How
They
close?
reckon it just got the top of his left ear, Suze.
I can't believe how close it was to his temple. I mean, how lucky was he? Or unlucky? Depending on which way you
Lucky,
look
really.
at it. Lucky.
You got to think, like, that's millimetres away from, just...
Yeah. What about the guy that said he saw the shooter and he told the police?
Crazy.
And then
Weird.
they said they didn't do anything.
He was just a civilian too.
The guy, yeah.
20-year-old local.
No.
Who?
The guy who spotted the
Yeah.
gunman. He wasn't
Oh, yeah,
security
yeah.
detail. He was,
No.
and he was saying, "Hey, there's a guy up there."
With a rifle.
Commando crawling, wasn't he? Did he say? Or anyway.
Yeah, with a rifle. People were yelling out the guy's name. Have you seen that video?
No,
What was the guy's last name?
Crooks.
Like going, Crooks, what are you doing? Like, so he was just a local. They knew him as he was, and then it all happens. It was bizarre, the series of events and how it all happened. And then it looked like as soon as he shot, they shot him.
Yeah.
So what, they waited? Like
It's
well,
like
there's
he-
a guy on a rifle on a roof, and they waited for him to take the first shot.
And did Crooks, when he made the shot, that he fired several shots, didn't he?
6, was it?
Well, it's hard to tell whether the others. I don't know, because at some point the shots you would have heard were the ones shooting him.
Have you seen the footage of the anti-sniper personnel that were on the roof?
Yeah.
And it's like the guy's sort of looking through his scope, and then he pulls away, and you see the shots, and then he goes
Then he
back.
goes bang. Yeah. Strange. Very
many
strange.
questions. And how did Trump have the what's the word? Fortitude's the wrong word, isn't it? You know, to go. He's been shot, and then he goes and does that fight
It's so
thing.
Trump, isn't it? Like it's
Like,
But you think you've just
Would he
been
be
shot.
shocked?
That's going to be a famous image for a long time to come.
no.
Like you've just been shot, and to think, okay, this is an opportunity
Yes, I know.
to put my fist in the air. Like, that is what on earth?
And
Like, surely you'd hit the deck and wouldn't you?
Didn't he
you
get
would.
down straight away? Like he went down straight away, and then I've heard other bits of audio where somebody, and I think it's Trump, yelling out for his shoes.
I did read that, yeah. Get my shoes. How did his shoes fall off?
I don't know. Is he like John McClane in
What's that?
I didn't hear the shoe thing.
No, yeah, he
Yeah, I
yelled
did,
out
yeah.
for his shoes.
He goes, get my shoes, because they said, we're going off, whatever the security guards. And he goes, get my shoes. Not like that, obviously.
It was exactly like that.
Yeah.
But that's just...
Hey, get my shoes. Get my shoes.
In a Irish voice.
How did I didn't even know about the shoes thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's
thought they must have been
politically
loafers.
now.
Yeah.
What?
Must have been
Why is he
loafers.
wearing Crocs?
Yeah, he's ugly there.
Politically now, I don't. Politics aside,
This puts him over the edge, doesn't
yeah,
it?
I think betting's
yeah.
$1.50. I think he dropped 15 cents or something in betting. But how can you, the Biden camp now is just like, what do you do?
Is Biden going to keep going?
I don't-
Is it his decision, Biden? Surely he has advisors telling him he has to pull out.
Well, I mean, and in the wake of this, whether or not, him pulling out would cause more tumult, who knows?
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Smarter Than Suze. Back. You're taking on Suze live again after 4 weeks off. $100 cash money when we play again at 8.
You must have had a loss
Yeah.
last one on
one.
Friday. You're going all right, though.
Was I?
Yeah, it
I
wasn't
can't
too
remember.
It was funny seeing the moments where we got through like 8 of them at once because by the end of it you're like, no.
bad. Sometimes you were very angry in your answering. Yes.
You answered who cares? Like, who cares?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Who was the blubber? Who
It
cares?
was a Will Smith question.
I
no,
remember. I
Yeah.
remember pre-recording those and being really cranky.
We just started laughing. It's like, don't care.
You already had one foot on the plane.
Yeah, my heart's in Barcelona right now.
Do I have to be here and do this? Oh God.
I had a bit of a freakish moment yesterday with my dog, Sonny Bill.
Oh.
So it was the only other time it's happened with Sonny Bill. We were running like years ago, and he was on a leash, and he's just stopped. And he's a big unit, like he's probably 45 kilo, I reckon. So when he puts his anchor down, it just like rips your shoulder out of its socket. But on that occasion, he saw an echidna.
I remember that story. I think.
And the echidna did its whole bristle thing up, and I was
Yeah.
just like, thank God he was on the leash, because have you ever seen those pictures of like when a lion attacks a? Have you ever seen that? They end up with all the spears in the face.
Yeah.
I was thinking that was
okay,
gonna,
yeah.
that was going to be Sonny Bill
That would have
years
been you
ago.
trying to pull out all the
If
sticks.
he had have gone it.
Spikes.
But yesterday came across walking through the bush, and Jode had said to me, put him on the lead, which he should have been on the lead. But I was like, oh, he'll be right, because we were just going up to this track, and he's raced ahead, and then I can see he's got his face in these ferns, and thank God Archie and Jode had already gone ahead of me, and I've gone up and I've looked down. He is face to face with a snake. With a snake. And I don't know snake, but this was a big snake. Like it was.
Was it like, have it propped
Yeah.
up or whatever?
No, it was like they were just looking at each other, and then and he must have sensed at some stage that not sure exactly what to do here, and I've come in and I've seen it, and it's just like flight or what is it? Fight or flight?
Fight or flight.
Yeah. Well, I was just completely. I was as
He
paralysed.
froze.
I was complete frozen.
Fight, or what's the one where you paralysed? Yeah, fight or flight or freeze.
Or freeze. I'm freeze.
Yeah.
I worked out. I'm freeze. because-
Freeze.
But Buzz, I didn't want to go, Sonny, get the
Yeah.
hell away, or freak him out, because I didn't want the snake to do anything. And they just kind of like, they just came to this agreement. And I slowly walked up to Sonny, and I just grabbed him by his collar, and then the snake just kind of went away.
Do you know what kind of snake it was?
I don't. It was.
Let's say a brown snake.
Well, Suze,
A killer.
It was a brown snake. I don't know if it was a
colour.
brown snake,
So it wasn't
but it was the colour brown.
So it wasn't a carpet snake. It wasn't a friendly snake.
Was
It
it
was
green?
or a green
It,
snake.
definitely wasn't a
green
green.
one.
It was a
snake.
brown
The
snake.
green ones are pretty friendly.
Yeah, they're friendly too.
Yeah, but the brown snakes are the danger. Buzz, that's
Scary.
I'm looking at snakes now and I
you
can't.
know, you know that shiver you just got there?
Yeah.
That's what I've been getting all day.
Yeah.
Just that. Ugh.
You look
is-
at them and they're just.
Yeah.
Oh.
I saw some footage on Instagram the other day of these 3 ladies. Where were they? Maybe Canada. And they just were frozen as well. They'd been out walking and a bear had come up to them. You know, those big killer bears, whatever they are. And they were just frozen and the bear was like sniffing them and like touching them. And they couldn't move. And I thought, I wonder what I would do. There was a lady like about 10 metres away. And if I'd have been her, I reckon I would have taken off. Because he could have got the other 2.
Yeah.
But she was frozen as well.
Well, isn't that what you're meant to do?
Freeze, yeah.
Freeze?
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't move, but the bear's like and touching them.
That's incredible to have that foresight, though, when you're in that situation,
Oh, yeah.
just to stop.
Oh,
Like, honestly.
There was I can't even say where this was, but there was somewhere I was recently, and there's a bar / place where you go and get a burger or a beer or whatever, and they told me like you know there's a snake in the ceiling right above like where the chips are, and I was like, what? And he's like, go have a look, and it was just curled up sleeping during the winter. It lives there, but they're like, don't tell the girls serving because they don't know it's there, and they'll freak. So these girls are, you're getting like, can I get a beer and a burger, please? And they're, no worries. And I'm like,
can you see it?
Everyone must be just like looking above them.
Oh, no.
It's right there, and these poor girls had no idea it was there. I can't even say where it was.
Oh, gosh. In Brisbane?
Yes.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Chilly Monday morning, welcome to it. It was only 7 degrees when I got out of bed this morning.
True.
It's set to get
7
cooler.
degrees?
Yeah, I think 5 degrees expected for State of Origin night here in Brizzy.
It's cold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah, well, that's proper cold.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, Europe was so much nicer.
We'll have to unpack
degrees
Susie's
was it?
holiday
Yeah.
later on.
No, anyway.
What's it like
What's it like
in Naples this
The
morning?
Amalfi Coast.
Yes.
Did you go there?
No, I didn't go to the Amalfi
Oh,
Coast.
right.
Venice.
Next
You don't
time.
Go to the Amalfi. Everyone else might he would have gone to the bloody Amalfi.
Oh, too busy at this time of year. It's too
Are you
busy.
serious?
At
I
any
hang out
stage
with all
in
the
your
tourists.
At any stage in your travels, did you wave a white flag over your head while dancing on a table? You know, you see that in every Instagram feed.
No,
now.
I didn't.
You know,
No, I didn't do that. I did go out one night with my kids.
Did you?
Because I was travelling with my kids, our
Yeah,
kids,
yeah.
18 and 20. They
Yeah.
took us out.
you looked like a physically adventurous trip as well. It seemed like
It
you were
was.
climbing and doing stuff and
Walking and
hiking
cycling.
cycling.
Actually, we did a really good cycle trip. I should talk about that at some stage. But it was pretty active. But my estrogen gel ran out.
Excuse me,
My
Oh,
estrogen
no.
gel ran out. I've been feeling really good because I'm going through
menopause.
a change of life.
Yeah, sorry.
But I'm onto this estrogen gel, which makes me feel really good. But I was away for a month, obviously, and I took the gel
The whole
with
time
me.
you used the whole thing.
And I could do 2 squirts each day. But a week to go, I'm starting to run out. I was like,
Just go to one squirt.
I did. I started at one
Yeah,
squirt,
yeah.
but then I had nothing left. I opened up the estrogen bottle. I was like, what was I like? I was like someone in the desert trying to get the last skerrick of water out of that estrogen.
Can't you get it? Don't they have that in Europe?
Oh,
I need
no.
a prescription.
Oh, in Naples, mate.
No. Well, maybe they could. I needed a prescription. I had a doctor with me, didn't I?
Oh, no. Hindsight.
Well, that wouldn't work over there, though, would it?
Anyway, no, probably not. Anyway, when I got back, I did an extra couple of squirts just to.
So you've been squirting it all weekend? Have you?
Extra couple of
Oh,
estrogens.
she's making up for it now. Squirtathon.
Well, he's better.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm sure you've all seen the footage yesterday of Donald Trump, an assassination attempt as he was speaking at a rally in Pennsylvania. The fallout from that is continuing this morning, and David Boywood, who is the Channel 7 News US correspondent, is covering it all and joins us now. Good morning, David. What's the latest? Where are we at with this at the moment, mate?
Good morning, guys. Well, we have heard from Donald Trump this morning, and he has spent the night at his New Jersey Bedminster estate. It's a big sprawling golf course. And one of his biggest backers this morning, the senator from Utah, Mike Lee, has actually posted some pretty incredible pictures of what appear to be Donald Trump today actually playing golf, with the caption, "Gets shot one day, plays golf the next." So we're just trying to firm that up at the moment. But an incredible situation if that is the case, really sending that message, I suppose, to his supporters that he's all right at this stage. This afternoon, he is expected here in Milwaukee, that's where I am at the moment, for the Republican National Convention. It kicks off tomorrow. Donald Trump's released a statement today saying that he won't let this assassination attempt and this shooter now derail his plans, that he will still continue to come here and give that keynote address later in the week where he will accept formally his party's nomination for president.
Presumably security will be beefed up a bit. Trump must be, you think, would be worried, although it doesn't seem that he's playing golf today. But will there be extra security at all the events he's at now?
Look, this is a major event as it is, thousands and thousands of people. So we are inside this cordoned off area within the middle of Milwaukee at the moment. You have to go through multiple layers of security. They were never going to take any chances with security. But yes, everyone is on a heightened alert at the moment. Those security threats have obviously been ratcheted up given what has happened. We also know that Joe Biden has spoken with Donald Trump, and he's offered him and his party additional security resources if indeed they determine that they need them. So that was part of a conversation between the two men in the hours after the attack yesterday. It was described as a pretty brief but respectful chat. Of course, they haven't had a lot to do with each other directly like that in a very long time. But yes, right now the US government is offering Donald Trump and the Republican Party every resource to help make this a secure event.
What do we know about Thomas Matthew Crooks, the 20-year-old suspected shooter, I guess they're calling him? But is there any more information or come to light in the last 24 hours regarding him?
Yeah, we can paint a much deeper picture about this guy as well. Thomas Crooks, as you say, 20 years old. He is from Pennsylvania. He lives about an hour or so away from that event area. Look, he's been described, and this is probably entirely unsurprising, as a bit of a loner by his classmates at school. We know that he'd sort of raised some suspicions earlier in the day. Yesterday, he'd been walking around the perimeter of the venue, and he'd sort of drawn the attention of law enforcement. So exactly why they haven't responded or acted on that, that's going to be a major line of questioning in this investigation. We also know that this man had explosives in his car and back at home as well, and that he was a bit of a gun fanatic as well. He followed a number of accounts online that sort of glorified the use of guns. So it's pretty on brand for these kind of guys in these kind of situations. Of course, it's been a while since America's had an assassination attempt like this, but certainly for these lone gunmen that we see a lot more often and more frequently here in the United States.
Is the security traditionally for an event like this the responsibility of Trump? Does he take care of it, or is it something where the government steps in? I guess the questions are, like, how did this happen? What went wrong? And who is to blame from a security point of view?
Huge failings here, it would appear, from the US Secret Service. So Donald Trump is a former US president, so he is afforded that security detail. It is a very big security detail. It has been ratcheted up in recent years as well as he has joined this campaign race. It is their job to secure that event. They work with local law enforcement, local officers who tend to do a lot of the sort of traffic work and other law and order just outside the perimeter of these areas. But really it is up to the US Secret Service. And we had a press conference yesterday. It was hosted by the lead investigating organisation, that is the FBI now in this case. They were joined by the local law enforcement, but no sign of the US Secret Service. We know that there are growing calls now for the head of that service to now resign. In fact, that head has been called in by congressional leaders. They are demanding answers. The Republican Party is demanding answers, and so too are millions of Americans.
So just finally, David, after Trump was hit, he yelled out, "Let me get my shoes. Let me get my shoes." Does he speak with his shoes off? What happened there? Shed some light.
It's incredible. I mean, we've all seen those pictures now. He goes down very deliberately in that first instance. He's kind of swatting around at those, we now know, bullets whizzing past his head. That's how he's described it. He's gone down and he's popped up very quickly. Like, this is a man who knows the power of images, right? He has made a career on it, a TV executive, a very powerful one at that. And, of course, his political career has been built on the optics of big moments. He has known that he has got to appear strong in that instant. And he is up there pumping his fist in the air, yelling to his supporters, fight, fight, fight. Yeah, his shoes come off. And he didn't seem too worried, so he was telling the Secret Service that he wanted to go back and get his wheels on.
Wow. And he's going to continue at the Republican National Convention where he'll nominate his VP candidate as well, so business as usual. Out playing golf, of all things.
Bizarre.
We'll
Can you
see
believe it?
We'll see the coverage tonight on Channel 7. David Boywood, the Channel 7 US correspondent. Thanks for that, David. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than Suse.
Brighton Homes are now offering up to $35,000 cash back on their homes. You don't need to be smarter than Suse to live brighter and save more with Brighton.
Let's say hello to Rachel out of
Hey, how are you?
Holland Park. What's going on?
Getting a bit nervous actually, but looking forward to a win.
It says you haven't played, Suze, but you've been in the car before when your mum played. Is that right? Is that what happened?
Yeah, yes. You kept telling everyone I was 50. Thanks, Ash.
That I was what? What?
That I was 50.
50. I think.
Oh, God, that doesn't
15 and
sound
a
like me. You sure you're not
50-year-old.
mistaking me with David? Yeah. How did Mum go against Suze?
She won, actually.
Oh, really?
Cool.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if you can continue the family tradition. $100
Oh, okay.
at the Kickback Cave. It's still pretty full, is it? Lutzi?
Yeah, no,
I
it's
didn't get in
chockers.
there.
Absolutely chockers. I've heard even more over the weekend. Apparently, has been added.
Wow.
So we might bring that into effect regardless. There's a little
Oh,
bit of
wow.
I think so.
Yeah, pressure off you there. All right, let's go, Rach. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. If you were born today, what would be your star sign?
Cancer.
What sport do the Harlem Globetrotters play?
Basketball.
Who is Ryan Reynolds married to?
Blake Lively.
In what country was Lego founded?
America.
How many
Denmark. Sorry, Denmark.
How many decades are in a millennium?
Pass. Don't know.
Stop the clock.
100?
Okay, we stopped the clock, so we couldn't.
We can't accept that final answer.
No, that's okay.
Where do we stand on Denmark change? I mean, it did come slightly after you'd asked the next question, so technically by the letter of the law.
I've changed it.
Okay, well that's up to you. You're in the heat of the moment, mate.
Yes.
You're the one. You're the one battling.
I mean, I can't do everything.
You're the man in the stadium.
I am
as
the
they
man
say,
with the whistle.
with the whistle in the
Yes.
stadium.
I mean, I'm happy to let it slide.
Yeah, Buzz and I can look at each other funny.
Yeah, I mean,
We do that a lot.
yeah, we always do.
Okay, but are we accepting it? Are we accepting
I think
it?
so.
you
Yeah, I
accepted
reckon.
it.
I reckon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got to.
I didn't have a problem with that. Rach, I know she
didn't even know it was
dilly-dallied around with that final question, but other than that, I thought she was pretty quick.
Yeah, very quick. 4 seconds.
Oh, you got
Left for Rach.
4 seconds left. Could be tight
Okay.
today. Could be tight. Dami M has got the gimp. Susie's back
Okay.
live. Let's bring her in.
Bring in the gift, bring in the gift, bring in the gift, bring in the gift, bring in the gift.
Nice.
Bring in the gift, bring in the gift, bring in the gift, bring in the gift, bring in the gift.
It's a good one.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you, Dami.
Susie O'Neill. Hold the phone, Freddie. Susie O'Neill. It will be a miracle. You won't see anything like that again this year.
You ready, Suze? Here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. If you were born today, what would your star sign be?
Cancer.
What sport do the Harlem Globetrotters
Basketball.
Who is Ryan Reynolds married to?
Eve Lungarius.
In what country was Lego founded?
Sweden.
How many decades are in a millennium?
100.
Stop the clock.
Lego.
It's a tricky one, that isn't it? I mean, I just flat out don't know the answer, to be honest.
How
What
funny
did
that-
Suze have?
6 seconds left.
Suze is ahead on time.
I'm laughing at this. We're starting to get the offspring of people I've played now.
Yeah.
We've been doing this show for
Second generation.
Mum beat you too.
Did Mum beat me? Oh, God.
Yes, it did.
Isn't that funny?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but it's close today.
Let's
You
not
can
stay
hear
to let's not stay to the third generation.
Yeah. If you were born today, what would your star sign be? You both said Cancer. That's correct.
My sister's
Oh,
There you go.
cancer.
okay.
And my daughter.
There you go. 1-1. The Harlem Globetrotters both played basketball. You both got that. It's 2-2. Who is Ryan Reynolds married to? Suze said Eva
Longoria.
Longoria. Eva Longoria.
That's what I meant. What you said, Ash.
Eva Longoria.
Yeah.
Rachel said Blake Lively.
Ah.
And Blake Lively is correct.
Of course.
3-2, Rach. In what country was Lego founded? Suze said Sweden. Rach said Denmark.
Oh.
Denmark is correct.
It was better than Lego.
Thank you, Maddie. And then how many decades are in a millennium? You didn't get to 100, Rach. You'd already said don't know. We couldn't accept it. Suze knew it was 100, but not enough. 4-3 victory to Rachel. Continuing on the family tradition.
Oh, well done. Jeez. That's funny, isn't it?
Oh, you're loving it.
Oh, should we get into the cave?
Righto, Rach, on top of your $100, let's give you a Lena rooftop fire and ice experience for 2. That's pretty
Ooh,
exciting.
that sounds great.
Mitch has been a bit of time up there on the rooftop at Lena. Great venue. You're going to love it there. And I'll also just give you, while you're in and around about town, a $100 Maggie May voucher.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Maggie May's down there just near Gasworks. A cracking spot. You'll absolutely love it. So there you go. And, of course, your $100 as well. Congratulations.
Woohoo. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Nice.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
It's good to be back.
Yep.
I've been away for a month in
Everywhere.
in Europe. So the whole family went. So it was Cliff and me and the 2 kids. They're 18 and 20.
Kids in inverted commas these days, aren't
Like
they?
adults now.
They're adults, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we had such a good trip. The only really hiccup we had is we nearly missed our first flight out of Brisbane.
Oh, really?
because we all were, because we're all drinking age, we all got to the airport and kind of... Well, you actually, Lutzi, I'm going to blame you for this.
Yeah, Lutzi.
Lutzi, yeah. You sent me a text going in, something about asking about something, but then you go, enjoy your holiday. Your kids are adults now. Just have a few drinks and really enjoy it. And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. So we got to the airport and all started drinking.
Good one, Lutzi.
Good one.
Oh,
That's
nice.
clearly my fault.
I think we all thought that everyone else was, listening
for the call.
Did you ever do
Yeah.
that? It was 4 of you, so you just always think the other person's doing it.
Yeah.
All of a sudden we got this thing saying they're shutting the doors and we hear our names over the things. Anyway, so that was a bit stressful, running to the aeroplane at 100 miles an hour.
Were you the last on the flight?
Oh, yes, they're about to take our bags off.
Really?
It was really embarrassing because,
Oh,
I'm
my
on
God.
time, usually really, what's the word? Diligent.
Punctual. Yeah.
Punctual and diligent with that stuff. I don't know. 4 champagnes and I was just like, wow.
Oh, that noise, yeah.
Susie O'Neill.
Yes. Cliff Fairley.
What it is.
Oh, God. It was sure. But no, it was good. One of the best things we did was a big bicycle thing through Italy. It's because it's summer over there.
Like a
but-
tour?
No, it was just the 4 of us on
No,
e-bikes.
you were doing
Oh, wow.
it
It
took
looked semi-dangerous, to be
took-
honest.
Well, that day was dangerous. It took 9 hours,
Well,
and it was all through the ski places in Italy. But you do a big circle.
even Ned Brockman would talk at that.
Yeah, it was 60 kilometres. But what you do...
Is it e-bike? You mean
E-bikes,
electric?
electric bikes, which
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah,
but it's a lot, stuff that Levi does, Ash, in the winter resorts in summer. You can catch the chairlifts up or the gondolas up with your bikes.
Right.
Yeah, right.
And then you go down sort of the ski
cool.
run.
Yeah, I've seen that at Queenstown. They do that, I think.
Yeah, and they might even do it in Threadbow.
Do they? Yeah.
Do they now? And then
Probably,
you
yeah.
catch up the chairlift up and then you go down
on
again.
the e-bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
It was really good, but it was really technical. We didn't realise because, well, Cliff...
It looked beyond me. I don't
was-
think I'd have been comfortable.
I walked a bit of it, I've got to say. And Alex came along, our 20-year-old daughter, who doesn't really bike ride.
Did she stack it?
She had the biggest stack
Yeah, we did. How did I know that? Yeah.
because I put it on Instagram, her
yeah.
bruise, the biggest stack in the world. Like I saw it because you go down single trails where it's all rocky and the big turns. Have you heard of? I think they're called berms in mountain biking. Where you
Yeah.
go up, it's like a big wave.
Yeah.
And
It looked
around like
difficult.
that. It was really difficult. And I was watching Alex at one stage, and I don't know how she didn't break her neck. Like she must have put her front brakes on, and the bikes were really heavy, and she just went straight over and did a somersault
Oh,
with this
God.
massive
Oh, my God.
bike. Her bruise on her thigh was almost, I'm exaggerating a bit, but almost knee to hip.
Yeah, right.
It was like the poor
Did she
thing.
have to hobble around for the rest of the trip?
She wasn't too bad. She had a massive had a massive bruise there, a massive bruise on
Tears?
her calf. No, she was so tough.
Pretty tough.
We were so proud of her. We were so proud of little Alex. No,
That
she actually said,
she could have put on a turn.
yeah,
Couldn't she?
she could have.
You know.
She could have. She's actually said it was her favourite day in the end. Isn't that funny?
Really?
That 9 hours it took us. I mean,
It's-
by the end, I was a bit like, oh my God.
It's high risk,
Finish
though. You're
this
putting
thing.
yourself into an injury sort of predicament when
Yeah.
you're on holiday. It's like the only cycling I did ever with my family was in Galway in Ireland. And Mum famously was like, oh, look at the Galway Bay pub. Bang, straight into a post.
Oh,
I could see how that could happen.
And she was like, no, I'm fine for 2 weeks. She had 2 broken ribs.
Oh, no.
And just pretended nothing because she didn't want to wreck the holiday.
That is the worst
So
if you
she
have broken
just
ribs.
soldiered on.
Okay.
Wow, what
Yeah.
a trooper.
Yeah.
Oh, God. No, Alex was fine, I think. I mean, this bruise, I should put a photo of it up somewhere.
yeah, we'll throw it on our socials.
Our socials as well. I mean, she's still got it. It's very impressive.
Really?
Very impressive.
We're very impressed.
We're very
with this.
proud
Very
of her.
impressed.
Well done, Alex. But the kids are still over there, actually. They stayed over for...
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're travelling together, so...
And how are they getting along?
Well, they had one day that they didn't like each other very much,
Yeah.
like as all siblings go
Because
through, I think.
you're rooming a lot together. That's a difficult. Again, that same
Close
trip.
quarters.
We had actually because you said sometimes you were all room in the same
All
room.
4 of us,
and that's
yeah.
the same to what I did with my brother and
Parents.
my mum and dad. And I just remember, don't know whether it was me. One of us complained about the other one, like waking up in the morning from a big night out, and you just the arse completely on display.
Their butt.
Yeah, my butt. It was
Oh.
either mine or Brad's. I can't remember whether I saw his or he saw mine. That's like,
That was the tipping point.
the sheets sort of drifted off, and it's just bare ass.
Yeah.
Your brother's butt, and that got a bit much after a while.
Well, especially with Brad, he's had his problems down there.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Lockyer later, Brocky now.
Oh, good work,
Jeez.
David.
Ned
Missed that.
Brockman.
I've missed that.
We got you there, Ned?
Yeah, g'day guys, how are you? It's a shame I'm not Lockyer. I've got a bit croaky voice, but not that bad.
Oh yeah.
There you go, guys.
Ned
going
burst onto the scene like a couple of years ago. Did that run from Perth to Sydney in 47 days, which is a record. Raised a heap of money as well. I think $2.5 million for a great cause. And you're back, mate. You've come up with something now. Lutzi and I were trying to get our heads around this last week. What you're about to attempt in October, it just seems ludicrous. Can you talk us through it? What is the challenge?
Yeah, so I guess you're only as good as your last performance. I am taking on the 1,000-mile record, fastest person to run 1,000 miles, which currently stands at 10 days, 10 hours and 30 minutes, which is average around 150k a day. I'm hoping to go 160 kilometres a day, but the kicker is around Sydney Olympic Park Athletics track, the 400-metre track out there.
What, in circles?
Yeah,
You
so
don't do it in circles.
Full marathons.
just looping
No.
around in circles, 403 laps a day. Yeah,
You'll go mad.
yeah. I think I'm already
is
there.
mad.
So that's all good. Yeah.
How long would that? I'm just trying to do the math on 24 hours in a day, doing 4 marathons a day. Essentially, that's
Yep.
How long? What
Yeah,
pace
so
are you doing
on
it
a
at?
good day, I just did a training run last Friday where I ran 161k in 14 hours, but that'll be a good day. In a bad day, anywhere up to 22 hours. Hopefully not, but yeah, that doesn't leave much time for sleep and recovery. But it's only 10 days, not 46 days this time, so we should be sweet.
But that really doesn't leave any time for recovery. Like if you blow out to a 22 hours, you're
not leaving the track. You're sleeping trackside.
What are you
Yeah,
going to do?
absolutely.
Like eating and that type of stuff, like toilet breaks and all of that. I guess just take it as you need it, or
Yeah, absolutely. So on the 14-hour run I did on Friday, the 161, that's included with toilet, food, shoe change, sock change, all of that. It's one of those things that you just got to hold on, bite down on the pillow, and just sleep isn't gifted, isn't a given. So you've just got to show up and do the thing you said you're going to do. Throw yourself in the fire and hold on.
Do you go different directions?
yeah, I want to ask that.
Yeah. So every hour I will alternate.
Oh,
So
good.
all I've got to do is just turn every hour 16 times, and I'll be done.
Oh my god.
How do you maintain fitness? I remember I was talking to Timmy Franklin about this last week. He just did his big run
big
around the world. Now he's trying to get back into like triathlon now and get some speed. How do you get your speed back after running around the world for 2.5 years? Like for
Yeah,
you, how do you maintain?
Yeah, I guess it's just my training at the moment. I'm roughly anywhere from 200 to 300k weeks at the moment, which is just shy of a marathon a day, which is only a quarter of what I'll be running. But there's an element of you can only really do so much in your training. You're gonna get injured. You're better off getting injured on the run than injured during training and not be able to train.
Right.
So, it's a fine balance. Obviously, I'm reaching far here, and it's not a given that I'll get it done, but I'll leave nothing to chance and make sure I leave it all out there.
The Ned Brockman story is going to be available on Fox Sports and KO tomorrow at 8:30 following the back page. What are we going to learn there about you, Ned? What you're doing is freakish stuff. I know you're a Sparky in a former life.
Ex-Sparky, yeah.
What were you like as an athlete coming through? When you're 15, 16, were you always up for these type of things?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I only really picked up running about 4 years ago. So when I turned about 20 during COVID, I kind of took it on, and that's kind of shows through the doco, which, as you said, launches tomorrow night on Foxtel and KO. I'm very excited to see, kind of show people how this all came about. My amazing leaders, Mum and Dad, who showed me the way. And then everything in between. It's been well received. The premieres were amazing, and I'm just really keen for people to watch and understand why I do what I do.
Was there a point in your running where something clicked for you and you went, holy hell, I got a whole other gear here that I didn't know it was available to me? Or what? Yeah, what happened? Yeah, was it a mental thing that made you realise you could do these things?
Yeah, it's like an untapped area where I think the longer you hold on trying to attain something, the more euphoric it is when you actually get it. And then it just kind of... It was the natural progression for me. I ran 50 marathons in 50 days in 2020, ran the cross-country run in 2022, and I think life's about moments, and we've got an ever-diminishing amount of time here, so you may as well do the thing that scares the hell out of you. That's my opinion anyway. And, yeah, that's what I'm trying to get people to see is, this isn't about, me or anything. It's actually just about getting people and myself moving and making the most of a very, very short amount of time here.
Yeah, you're challenging Aussies to participate by doing something uncomfortable for 10 days in the hope to raise some big funds for people experiencing homelessness. Can they get involved officially through you on your Instagram? What's the go there?
Yeah, so we've set up nedsuncomfortablechallenge.com. Off the back of my run, 10 days later, you'll be able to start your own. It's similar to a Movember or a September or a push-up challenge where you take on your own uncomfortable challenge for 10 days and raise money for Mobilise, which is the awesome homelessness charity that we raised the 2.6 for last year. We're hoping to smash that and continue to help out our Aussies experiencing homelessness.
160k a day for 10 days straight. That's pretty much running from Brisbane to Cairns. I think Brisbane to Cairns is 1,700 kilometres. He's doing 1,600 kilometres. That's freakish. All around an athletics track. I didn't even realise that, mate. We wish you the best. We'll check in with you before October as well, but good luck with the training.
And the show.
Yeah, and the show tomorrow night on Fox and KO.
Appreciate it, legends. Thanks a heap.
See you, mate.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I want to send a shout out to a young sports kid down on the Gold Coast. There's never been a father-son duo, Australian father-son duo, who have played Major League Baseball in the United States. But it's taken a step closer over the weekend because this young kid down from TSS on the Gold Coast, Max Durrington, he's 17 years of age. His father, Trent, played Major League Baseball for many years. He's an Aussie over in the States. And Trent, Max rather, the 17-year-old, has just signed a contract with the Oakland A's.
Really?
Yep, started his baseball career at Mudgeeraba on the Gold Coast. Got over $1 million, they reckon, just for his signing.
The signing fee?
Mm-hmm.
What?
So is it that he slides straight into another system or straight into Major Leagues? What is that?
Well, they reckon he'll actually train with the Brisbane Bandits over the summer, and then he moves in March over to the States where he'll sign up with the Oakland A's and play probably in their minor leagues as he develops.
Right.
But big contract, big money, and a huge opportunity for a 17-year-old.
$1 million sign-on fee?
That's what they reckon. That's 7 figures, isn't it? They said 7 figures? Yeah, that's $1 million.
Oh, wow. Actually, Nicole Livingston's son's really into baseball, and he's over in America at the moment playing for Dominican Republic.
Really?
Cool.
Yeah, it's picking up in Australia. Hey?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It's good how there's pathways, like for those American sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Awesome to play over there.
I think there's 30-odd Australian professionals playing baseball over there at the moment.
Sweet.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Shell V-Power, proudly fueling the mighty Queensland Maroons.
Nova's The Bluegitive.
That's right, Queensland fans. You want the tickets? You'll have to find me. Catch me if you can. Good luck. You'll need it.
Yeah, these are tickets to the sold-out State of Origin decider Wednesday night at Suncorp Stadium. Mitch will head to you straight away because I believe he's already out and running.
I can see where they are. The second oval there at Bishop Park. That's Peter Fraser over the juniors oval next.
Yeah, Oh, there's another tackle there. He's actually been cornered. Now, this guy actually, sorry, mate, he's just pulled up a weird. Oh, no. Punches aren't needed. Punches aren't required, mate. Now, you know what? Give him one. Just give him one extra. Give him one extra. Right. Okay, mate, hey, what's your name? Hello.
Laurie.
Laurie, mate, you just pulled up in a truck. What have you got in the back there, too? I thought you were coming around to do some work here at Norths.
No, I'm actually delivering an EWP.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
I'm expecting it the next couple of minutes, are they? You've obviously just taken a little bit of a side quest here.
Oh, they're going to have to wait, mate.
Well, you're going Origin. That's why they have to wait. Oh, I tell you what we got here, and there's a mum and a boy ready to go off to school. He was dressed in his maroon outfit. They were just sort of walking around. Another gentleman that was waiting, he was on the phone, and he pulled me aside and he said, "Now, where's the Bluegitive?" I said, "I don't know." He said, "Because down this way is another guy already in a Blues jersey." So we had just some other random bloke walking around at North Devils in a Blues jersey who was, guys, seconds away from being absolutely creamed down here at North Devils. But here we are. We're our actual Bluegitive in his blue shorts, his 2005
sucking in the big ones.
isn't he? How you feel, Bluegitive?
I feel ashamed. He shut down my space perfectly. Just
he
drilled the area, corralled, and then let another couple of defenders come in, and then whack.
Mitch, what's an EWP?
Yeah, what is EWP? You got to explain to us what you got in the back of the truck there.
It's a high-reach workplace unit.
He doesn't even know.
We might need it for the Bluegive. You might need to jump in the little cherry picker over there, Bluegive, next time we're hiding you around, mate, because you're not going to get tackled easily up there. But that's it. So we've still got a couple of people that look like they might have gotten here just a touch too late, guys. You're going to find the Bluegive tomorrow. So Bluegive,
anyway.
are you willing to go back out in the streets tomorrow with more tickets to the sold out decider on Wednesday night?
I'll always put my body on the line for my state.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll see him get creamed into the ground again. I mean, it's just glory days down here at North Ash and Lutzy, especially like right at the 30-metre line down here at North Devils. So
plenty of Maroons have cut their teeth there, Mitchie.
Absolutely. So all right, Bluegive, go and dust off. You might have to rewash that jersey. It's starting to look less and less blue, which is what we want to see by Wednesday. But go and find that pride that you lost in the last 5 minutes, and we'll see you out in the street again tomorrow.
We will rebuild.
The Ash, Lutzy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
One of the greatest ever joins us now, Darren Lockyer. Locky, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good, Ash. Morning, team.
Morning, mate. How are you?
Morning, mate. Hey, before we get into the Origin stuff, Locky, the last time I saw you was over the holidays down at
where did you see him?
Pizzy Park, and for the state championships, the under-12 state championships. And I don't know if you've spoken about it, but I want to say congratulations. We mentioned it that your boy Flynn, that he captained Brisbane Metro North to the grand final.
Yep,
they won the state championships.
South Coast dreams.
Yeah, he did. He broke our hearts along the way. But he then made the Queensland under-12 rugby league team, which is just a phenomenal effort, mate. You've got to, just as a dad, you've got to be so proud of your kid there.
Oh, very proud. He normally plays in the halves, and he got selected at fullback, and he was a bit rattled by that. But I said to him, most of the best players in the NRL play fullback, so don't feel like it's a demotion. But he got his head around that pretty quick, and he was captain. He's a good talker. He reads the game well, so really proud of his effort. He goes to Canberra in August.
Yeah. So they still play it, because my dad coached that team back in the 80s. Lockie, did you make that team? I'm trying to remember whether you would have been about the 88 vintage, wouldn't you?
89. I played for Queensland, and
did you?
It's funny how my first ever time playing at Lane Park was for Queensland under-12s team against New South Wales. Broncos versus Parramatta. It was the curtain raisers of that game, and I got to go in the dressing rooms after the game and meet people like Wally Lewis, and
oh wow,
it was a pretty a day I never forget. But the other thing I don't never forget is half the team was smoking in the dressing room after the game.
What, the 12-year-olds, not your team?
Yeah. No, well, the game was sponsored by Winfield, right? So I was talking to Wally about it the other night.
Really?
They used to just hand cigarettes out. And so that was one of my greatest memories. At the same time, sort of, I didn't realise that the King was not that I'm giving away any secrets. I didn't realise the King was a huge data back in the day.
Yeah, unbelievable, isn't it?
And do the kids listen to your advice? Like, I know my kids don't listen to me when they go to a swimming carnival. So when you're driving out to the footy match, do you give them tips and do they listen?
I give them a couple of tips. I don't, I just try and keep it pretty simple. And Flynn's one of those, he asks questions. He's inquisitive. He wants to learn. So I like that about him. And, if he has a game where he's made a few mistakes, he's always a bit down on himself. So he cares about it, and that's good to see. Just with Ash, you said the last time you saw me was at Pizzey Park. That's incorrect. I saw you on the weekend at Southport.
Oh, were you there, were you?
I was there hiding under the tree.
See, Lockyer always hide, because our boys played each other again just on the weekend for school footy.
Oh.
Like Archie's starting to get like nightmares about ever coming up against Flynn Lockyer ever again. It was another last minute victory that they got. Oh, sorry, I didn't catch you on the weekend, but mate, that's pretty special, isn't it? Like for you at 12 years of age to make that Queensland team, and then for Flynn to come along and do it, like that's
pretty amazing.
That's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And look, obviously really proud of him now, and he obviously wants to achieve things later in life with it. So we'll just see how we go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's look at the big game on Wednesday. We've got a great record when it comes to deciding matches up at Suncorp Stadium. But what's it like, mate, when everything is on the line, playing at Suncorp? What's your take on Game 3 here?
Yeah, well, the weekend footy's done, so it pretty much from like today's a day off, and then it just all the focus, obviously, and attention turns to Wednesday night. And I always found once we got to Monday, even though today's a day off, that's when the nerves start to kick in, and you start thinking about the bus ride to the game, and you got the police escorts driving you through. It's already putting goosebumps on the back of my neck now talking about it. And you're sort of envisaging Wednesday night coming, and I think what most Queensland players are always feeling when they get on that bus, it's we've got all these people that are watching us on TV, we've got all these people that are coming to the game, and they're coming to see us win. So we want to just do everything we can to give the people of Queensland what they want, and that's what it comes down to, and that's where the desperation comes from. That's where the extra efforts come from, and it's a once in a lifetime experience to play a decider. Well, for some it's not once in a lifetime, but to play a decider in Brisbane, it doesn't get any better.
The way they outmuscled us in Game 2, Lockyer, was like almost unprecedented, really, wasn't it? Do you feel like we have the physicality to be able to combat that in the decider, particularly early on?
Well, we have to. We've got no choice. Look, they'll obviously come out to replicate what they did in Game 2. I also think they'll be ready for us as well. Like they wanted to drive down Caxton Street. Like they want to embrace the hostilities. So I know that's Maguire's mentality, and I know that they'll play well. There's no doubt about that. We just need to be better.
It feels like
you're right, go.
Sorry, it feels like the New South Welshman have really finally worked out what it means to be a Queenslander. To me, just watching it, they feel like they're finally getting their spirit going, because it seems like we're always going to win. I just feel like we're always going to win, and now I'm a little bit worried. Do you think they've finally worked out the spirit they need, New South Wales?
Yeah, I think when Maguire was in pre-selecting Game 1 team, like he was always out there talking about he wants to pick players on character, and I think that's always been Queensland's. That's always been Queensland's sort of mandate that we pick the people with character and people that care and people that just never give up. So I think they dropped a couple of big names and they sort of replaced those people with probably not as skillful, but people with I guess that work ethic and character that is required at this level. So yeah, this will be big, this game. Like, it'll be close, and it'll be like the atmosphere. I don't think you'll get any better.
Oh, it's going to be all time. It's going to be all time. There's so much to play for. Wednesday night.
It'll be cold too, 5 degrees, I reckon.
Yeah, they reckon 5 degrees. Wednesday night, Channel 9 HD, 9 now on Wednesday from 7 p.m. The great Darren Lockyer. Thanks, Lockie.
Can't wait.
Thanks, guys. Enjoy your week and enjoy the footy Wednesday night.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Handball Blitz. Handball Blitz.
Yeah, back. It's back.
This is the third year running.
Yeah. Back at the Cauldron as well, which will host the State of Origin decider.
It's not back, it's bigger.
Oh, yeah, it is.
And the search begins this morning. Mitch, where are you?
Yes, indeed it does, out here at Windsor State School, a place that we have been to before as we look for Brisbane's handball champion. So to give our first official Handball Blitz cheer 2024, let's hear it!
Nice.
Absolutely love it. They are vintage players out here, but someone who is a bit of a first-timer is, what I'm hearing, brand new Principal Neil. Good morning.
Good morning and welcome to Windsor State School.
Very happy to be out here. Now, we're speaking to you for the first time at Handball Blitz. We've come in this morning. These beautiful courts here, they look like they've been freshly topped off. And
nice.
What do you think about the passion for the game of handball, knowing the sort of pedigree that you guys have been coaching up the last couple of years?
At Windsor, any opportunity to work hard and play hard, we say yes to. So what I do know is the calibre of enthusiasm, like you said, the passion, that's all you need for handball. What a great game.
Absolutely.
Sportsmanship. If you're out, you're out.
Yes.
And get down low, no double bounce, learn the rules.
And all grades are the same. All grades coming into it, just as passionate, just as strong this year?
Absolutely. I think we've got a bit of passion in Year 6 because last year, Year 5 took out the trophy.
Yes,
so
saw that.
I don't know
Remember
how
that.
the senior students felt about that.
Yep.
So this year, I think I've got a lot of enthusiasm across the school, knowing they can topple a Year 6.
Well, I did come in, guys, and I said, all right, we all excited for handball? Everyone's very excited. And I said, okay, have we got a leader? Have we got a champion?
Yeah, who was that? Was that the school captain or what?
Yeah, everyone. The noise died down and all fingers pointed to one student, and it is Aaron, who was a semi-finalist last year. Let's make some noise for your champion. Now, Aaron, I think Windsor actually was the last stop we had in our search for finalists ahead of semi-final days, and Aaron, I mean, far and away the absolute leader. So much so, I actually figured you wouldn't be here this year. I figured you were in grade 6 last year. You were playing at a grade 6 level.
I hear she's taken her game to a whole new level, Mitchie. Can you confirm that?
Is that true, Aaron?
Yes.
Yes, she's taken to a new level. Has anyone sort of been at the other hand? Has anyone been an opponent who has fallen to the champion that is Aaron? Hands up, come on, be honest if you've lost there. Look at them, okay, a couple of sort of sheepish sort of hands. So how are you feeling, Aaron, like going into this year's competition? Because, guys, what you might remember about Aaron being our semi-finalist last year was that she actually came into the semi-final days with an injury. Such was her training regime heading into final day. She came in. Now, what was the injury you had there, Aaron?
A broken wrist.
A broken wrist, mind you, practicing so hard for handball
Yeah.
and fought through and just put aside plenty of other opponents and made it through and just fell down in the semi-finals.
Is the wrist all
final
good?
Day, but
Fully
how's the
healed?
wrist now?
Yes, it's better.
Ready to go? Okay, well, we've actually got a brand new 2024 Ash Lutzi and Susie O'Neill ball. So we've actually got a couple of this. We've actually got one of our old ones from last year. Still, we've tested it out. Still the bounce going.
They're still fine. They're still fine.
Give it a bounce, Aaron. Give it a bounce.
Give it a bounce.
How's
the
that
height
good?
on that one? And I'll tell you what, it's actually a good morning to test out, guys, because we've got this sort of core temperature moderator, which we've added this year because we've actually got some colder temperatures. So it's dealing with the cold temperatures, but also, so that's from the sort of the northern hemisphere, but it's also dealing with the southern hemisphere surfaces. So it's really bringing that sort of unison between the northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere
It's a deadly
handball
combination.
associations.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we all ready to go, guys? We're ready to cheer on Aaron. Have we got anyone who's brave enough to say that they're going to take her on to be the Windsor State School? All of a sudden, all the hands are going up. You saw how many people she's already beaten. You're jumping up and down. What grade are you in, young man?
4.
4. And you reckon you can beat a grade 6? Are you mad?
Yes.
Oh, you have to be a little bit mad.
You've got to be a bit mad to play handball
All of a sudden.
at this level.
Aaron, are you worried about these clowns behind you in grade 4, these grade 4 boys? Are they can talk the talk? Are they ready to walk the walk?
No, I'm not worried about that.
Not worried at all. Not worried at all.
Not worried.
And Principal, I'll just get one more from you because behind us, behind the handball court, we get a beautiful sort of 3-story
look
brick
at that,
wall.
man.
I'm just saying, and because of what Aaron has brought to the game of handball, Windsor State School, I don't think we're asking much if at the end of this competition, regardless of what happens, just what she's already achieved. If some type of I don't know, 3-story mural, is that not too much to ask?
Look, we have incredible facilities here, but what we do like is creativity, so I'm up for it, Aaron.
Nice.
If we can bring this home, there'll be something to
Imagine
honour you.
that.
3-story
Mural confirmed right here at Windsor State School. Let's see the cheer for Aaron! Step number 1 of 2024 Handball Blitz.
We are
So jump
underway.
on and register your school, register your champion, and we'll be coming out to your school and seeing who's going to bring the fight to Aaron and everyone else who's going to be on their way to Suncorp Stadium, our grand final for 2024, coming very soon.
Good luck, Aaron, and well done, Windsor State School. Make mornings stress-free. How good's that? That sounds awesome. With nutritious ready-made meals for kids, just Google Lily's Little Lunchbox. Home delivered and in select IGA stores, premium supermarkets as well. The Nova Player app is where you go if you want Mitch out to your school. We'll do another school visit ahead of our massive Handball Blitz Grand Final, which will be happening at Suncorp Stadium later on this week.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than Suse.
Brighton Homes are now offering up to $35,000 cash back on their homes. You don't need to be smarter than Suse to live brighter and save more with Brighton.
Shelley out of Wooloowin has never played, has just finished work. She's a school cleaner and she does the splits.
Split shift.
Oh, no, it does.
How are we?
You do split shifts.
I do split shifts.
She's very flexible, Shelley.
I thought you were out there doing the splits.
Like a school cleaner who can do the splits.
Yes. Some days you feel like you're doing the
Yeah, I
splits.
bet you
but yeah.
do. I bet you do. Anyway, this is all inconsequential, isn't it? You've got to ante up here. There's money on the line for you. And
How much money is on the line?
$200.
200, that's right.
Yep.
Yes, I was just in hysterics with you guys every morning coming home from work.
Thank you.
You make my, and I followed Sue for many, many years. I'm originally from Mackay up north, so
Yeah, she did that.
and I
Sue's 3
played a
hours.
lot of cricket in my younger day. But yeah, I used to follow her a lot. So,
Sue spent the first 90 minutes of her life in Mackay.
yes,
Did you play with
She
Julia?
did.
Did you play with Julia Price?
Yes, she was a wicket keeper.
Yeah. Just for some reason, I thought you must. Yeah, Julia's doing great. Gee, I'm going to find it out. Great cricketer
from Mackay.
Yes.
Was she from?
Yes.
Yeah, I think she was.
Yeah, no, nice lady too. Julie.
Great lady. Great lady. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Let's go, Shelley. 30 seconds
Oh,
on the
God.
clock. Come
Okay.
on in.
Come on,
Come on. Here we go.
Come on, Shelley.
30 seconds on the clock. And your
Okay.
time starts now. What is the name of the Google email service? Let's bring in the gift.
Yeah, it was fresh this morning.
Bring in the gift. Bring in the gift, bring in the gift, bring in the gift. Bring in the gift, bring in the gift, bring in the gift. Bring in the gift, bring in the gift. Bring in the gift. Bring in the gift.
Wow. That's
Sounds,
layers.
sounds very like they're inside your
Panoramic.
brain. Yeah.
Who was that?
I don't know.
Susie O'Neill. Hold the phone, Freddie. Susie O'Neill. It will be a miracle. You won't see anything like that again this year.
You ready, Suze?
Yep. I just read the.
You right?
I read the
did you
what's it
read?
called?
Blurb.
The blurb, and it said she likes to do the splits.
Yeah, that's what we.
I must think the same.
Guess who she played cricket with?
Elise Perry.
Julia Price.
Oh, Julia Price. I know her quite well.
Yeah, she's great.
She was my
She's from Mackay.
I'm from Mackay, but Julia Price was my drug tester for a while as well, so I knew her
I thought you were
socially.
gonna say drug dealer for a second.
That'd be a conflict of interest, wouldn't
But it was bizarre because I knew her socially.
Yeah.
Like
She
a
was your
cricket
what? Your drug
tester. So when you get tested for drugs,
She had to watch so she's watched you pee.
she's watched.
That was her
me
job.
Wee, like one of her jobs was. It was bizarre because I knew her socially.
How was that Julia Price's job?
I don't know.
Was she in like a SADA?
Must have just been employed by them to do.
What's Julia doing now? She's doing something recently on her.
Yeah, is she commentating?
Maybe she's commentating.
She's back commentating, I think. Anyway.
We love her.
She's moved on from watching people pee.
Especially friends. Like, oh, right, like we could chat to each other.
I've watched Ashby a few times.
Yeah.
It's different for girls.
I don't keep a sample though, usually do I?
Oh,
there was that one
that
time, but
You got rid of that, you job. All right, you
Anyway,
ready?
come on.
Are you ready?
Come on, concentrate.
30 seconds on the clock. And time starts now. What is the name of the Google email service?
Outlook.
Which boy band appears in the film series Camp Rock?
No idea.
The Melbourne Mavericks play which sport?
Basketball.
A group of crows is called...
Murder.
Spell naughty.
Naughty.
Stop the clock. Murder!
Murder!
That's one of those ones, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
Did
Did Shelley get it too?
I've asked that about 48,000 times on this show.
Yeah. Agree.
1, Tuco. That's all we need. The name of the Google email service.
Yeah, what was this?
Kicking yourself.
Gmail.
it's a tough one to get.
Thank you. Thank you, David.
I had no idea anyway.
Exactly.
No,
Yeah,
who does?
Well, you've heard of Gmail.
Who knows?
Yes, I had.
Yeah, okay. Which boy band appears in the film series Camp Rock?
Another dumb question.
Yeah. Jonas Brothers.
Who knows that?
Don't get it. Hey, Shelley,
Shelley said
don't
you
get me
too.
started.
Yes.
Who's writing these questions?
Fair dinkum.
The Melbourne Mavericks play which sport? Now, you both missed this.
Yeah, because they're dumb questions.
She's back for one day.
Yeah.
Is it baseball?
No.
That's what I thought.
Netball. Netball.
Since when do they call
Wow,
them Mavericks? Never heard of them.
Mavericks.
Me either.
It's the netball
Fibers and the
team.
lightning up here.
Exactly.
That's all we care about.
A group of crows is called a murder.
Finally.
Sue's got that.
Oh, Shelley didn't get it.
No, Shelley missed
Is
that.
she on a 0-0?
She's getting pantsed at this point. And then spell
Oh,
naughty. You saved
I think
it
I
on
can
the bell.
spell.
Naughty. You both got it. 2-1 victory, Suze.
So no nudie.
Well done, Suze.
Thanks, Shelley.
No pantsing.
No pantsing, no nudie run
Oh,
for
thank
you.
goodness.
Shelley?
It's too cold for
Kids
that.
will be a bit shocked.
Cricket pads and gloves.
Are you a school teacher?
No, cleaner.
School cleaner.
Oh, okay.
She does the
She
splits.
can do the splits.
Yes.
Yeah, she works the split. She works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, whatever. Are you? What are we? I'm trying to think what you'd be into here, Shelley. We've got a lot of sort of exercise. Have you got the kiddly winks or anything, or what's going on?
Sorry?
She's a grandma. She's a grandma.
Would anyone like the awesome foursome pass to Bounce Inc., the indoor trampoline park?
Oh, mate, anything's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's awesome. You have great prizes. It's awesome.
What about
Thank you.
Sirame? Look after Shelley.
Yeah, okay. I'm
Winery.
going to send you to the Sirame Winery Lavender Picnic for 2. You'll
Ooh, sounds
absolutely
good.
love that, Shelley. And I'll tell you what, just because I like you, I'm going to give you a family pass to Lightscape, the international sensation.
Oh, that's really good.
Lightscape
Oh,
returns to the
awesome.
Brisbane City Botanic Gardens this winter. Lightscapeaustralia.com.
Thanks so much, guys.
Okay, you're
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're wrapping me up. Sorry.
She's got to go.
Sorry.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Okay, bye. Bye. See ya. Sorry about that.
You hang up.
Bye.
Okay,
Don't hang up.
Yeah, you hang up,
Bye.
Shelley.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya. All right. Thanks, Shelley. You hang up.
Bye. She's still there?
Are you there, Shell?
No, she's not.
But she's got to hang on to get a dress for the prizes.
Oh, they'll work that out later.
No, doesn't matter.
How long have we been off air for now?
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.